Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 27th of October. We've got new mods. We've got some updates as well. The Claas Lexion 8900-5300 by Jeff D25. The Claas Combio Flex Pack by Jeff D25. The Pertinger Boss Alpine Pack by Mr. Steyer and Lintner Power. The JCB Telehandler Attachments by Ross N Mods. The Lizard Wheel Loader Header Mover by Solar Guy Modding. And the Big Chicken Barn by Jelinek have all had updates. Now, we've also got, it says a new mod, however, the Porsche, however you say it, Diesel Junior 108 by Giant Software. That, there was codes for that, and if you bought there was a Revell model kit, and if you bought the model kit, you got a code to get that. And there were a lot of codes bouncing around, so a lot of people may already have it. However, Giants have now released it as a separate microtransaction mod. That one is, I'm saying 79 pence, I think 99 cents potentially. It's around that if you're interested in getting that, but that's popped up as well. So as far as mods go then, I'm going to start here with the Göweil Grabber Pack by AgrarDesignAustria, 8.29 megabytes download, 3 slots each. There are 2, but we have some different attachment options. So these you will find under front loader tools. So we've got the RBG 1646, slot count comes down to 1 from 3. We've got Euro attacher. Now, because these are under front loader tools, it's either a tractor with a front loader arm or a front loader vehicle. The Euro attacher means front loader, basically, so that's a front loader. And then 3-point attacher is a 3-point link. So you can either have it for a front loader or a 3-point link attachment, which actually makes it quite useful putting on front or back of tractors if you wish. No other options on that. Then we've got the BTGQU 2907, also 1 slot down from 3. This one though has the option of Euro attacher on its own, which is front loader, or both. So you can have it as either Euro or 3-point, which actually I think is a better option because you can go either way with that if you want to. Mind you, with the other one you can just take it to a toolbox or a workshop and switch it over if you want to. So that one is attached to a 3-point, as you can see. When it's like that, you can manually raise and lower and then open and close it, front or rear, however you want. You can put a bale on there. Happy days. This one on the front loader, usual movement with the front loader, open and close your grab. Designed predominantly for silage bales, that's why it's smooth. It's not prongs to grab your bales and not break the wrap. But you can use it for any bales you want. And then this one can be used for square bales, but can also be used for round bales if you want to. That one is the one that has got the Euro and 3-point. And then we got those options there. Again, there's no strap options or anything on that. It just grabs the bales by pressing and friction. So we go. The Göweil Grabber Pack by AgrarDesignAustria. Moving on to this, we have got the Big Grape Factory. Now, the factory's big, not the grapes. I think I should highlight that. It's not different sorts of grapes. This by Chenben, 5.07 megabytes download, 27 slots on console, 200,000 to buy. Now, you might also say, well, we've got great processing plants. We have. Capacities aren't all that great. Speeds aren't necessarily particularly good. And capacities, once they're produced, aren't necessarily particularly good. So this one has been done to give you a bit extra. This will hold 150,000 litres of grapes. It is the Dyonisos temple. Now Dionysus, or Dionysus, so Dionysos, spelled both ways, was the Roman god, I think, of wine. I think it was Roman god of wine, grape harvest, winemaking, orchards and fruits, vegetation, those kind of things. So this is a temple to the grape. Although we are making grape juice and raisins and not wine. I just want to make that very clear. We're not making wine here. But this does have speeded up processing. It says, a Grape Factory, even 2 is no longer enough for your magnificent and imposing vineyard. This is the Temple of Dionysus. I'll get it right in a minute. An improved grape processing plant in both storage and production speed. 150,000 litres of grapes, I've already said. Raisins, 60,000 litres. Grape juice, 60,000 litres. And the production speed is pretty up there. But I will say this is often something we talk about when we come to productions. It'll do raisins and grape juice. Raisins, 14,400 cycles per month, which is pretty impressive. But it's only a 1-to-1 recipe. If the recipe was a 5-to-5, it'd be a much faster process, but it's fast enough anyway. And then grape juice is 4,800 with a 5-to-4 ratio. You lose a little bit on your grapes. So, I mean, I think I set this up about 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got 3 pallets of grape juice and 1 of raisins already. Normally the grape processing units are fairly slow to chug away. It takes a while, so much faster. You'll find it under build mode and production. As I said, 200,000, and then the slot count will come down from, what did I say it was? 27 down to 2, which is pretty good. Have I got the... I have got liftable pallet mod on. They're not liftable normally. I think I've got the liftable pallet mod on. So there we go. If you're looking for a slightly speedier grape processing plant, this may be what you're looking for, the big Grape Factory by Chenben. Moving on from there, we've got the American Garage with apartment. There are 2 in this pack. This is 11.77 megabytes download. This is by OKUSEDMODS. There's without sleep trigger and wardrobe, and with sleep trigger and wardrobe. Both 32 slots. Both 65,000 to buy. The first one you'll find under sheds, actually, just there. So that's the one without, no sleep trigger, 65 grand, 32 slots. And if we go up into farmhouses, just along there, there's the other one. Slot count will come down to 2. That one does have the sleep trigger. So, I do like the animation, the action, sound effects, really good. OKUSEDMODS, normally very good quality stuff. Now I couldn't find a light switch down here. There's plenty of light sockets, or plug sockets should I say. Unless it's over here somewhere. This door does open as well. Oh, there it is, hang on. Switch light, as I say. There we go. Lighting inside downstairs. Let's close that. We go upstairs to our apartment above our garage. Light switch here as well. I do like the fact when you do the light switch, the actual switch flicks as well. Cool. So, main living area. To the door. Wardrobe trigger, just there. Sleep trigger, just there. We've also got a light switch on the wall there as well. It's very cool, that. 65 grand for a double garage and house. Or without house. Say house. Sleep triggers. Very cool. What's not to like? By OKUSEDMODS. Moving on from there. We've got this. This is the small wooden shelter by naimog mod. It's not that small actually, to be fair. 9.43 megabytes download, 11 slots on console, 7,000 to buy, under build mode and sheds. Just there. Slot count comes down to 1. We do have a light switch under here. There's no workshop trigger or anything under here, that's just there for decoration. Fair size, not too expensive. I think that would fit in really nicely on a logging map. Because you're using like the big log poles and you know it's got that kind of more rustic feel to it, I think. That's just a personal opinion, but I think so. So that's a small wooden shelter by naimog mod. Moving on from there. We have this on the front. This is the tractor triangle. By T4XS or Taxes, I think. 0.20 megabytes download, 1 slot on console. You'll find it under weights. Now, in the real world, this is kind of like a quick coupler. You would normally have attachments that have the this is the sort of male, and you have the female version. You'd raise it up, and it slots under the attachment, and that's how it works. But obviously, in game, we just go up stuff and you click on it anyway. But it is a tractor triangle. There may be mods that come out that will work with this as well, moving forward, but. Often farmers love these on there as well to sometimes as a weight, but sometimes to protect the 3-point link bits as well. Not always, just sometimes. So as I said, you'll find this under weights, just there, 550, weighs 300 kilograms. You can change the main colour to anything on that pallet. Fairly straightforward. There we go, tractor triangle by Taxes. On the back of this, we've got this. This is the Lizard TDU pack, part of the pack anyway, by Gian FS, 4.91 megabytes download. There are 2 slots each, and there are 3 in this pack. It is designed to work on rice fields, so this kind of goes underwater as like a drag board. So it's designed for cultivation. So when you're in the sort of the water of the rice field, you drag it down, put it on the bottom, and it does the cultivation. I don't have a rice field with water in it, but I'll show you it operating on here nonetheless. Does that it's 4.91 megabytes? Probably. I do keep repeating myself. I just worry because I go off on a bit of a tangent. Sometimes I forget, so it doesn't hurt to repeat myself. I'd rather repeat myself and say it twice than not say it at all. That's the best way of looking at it. So, under cultivators, we've got the TDU 3 metre, the TDU 5 metre, and the TDU 6 metre. Like I said, they're 2 slots each anyway. 5,600, 6,000 or 6,900. Options the same on all 3. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. The wood stays as wood, and all the metal work changes colour. And the should, I haven't tried this yet, outside of a rice field, so I'm assuming it will work. There we go, look. Does the job. Nice and cheap, 6 metres wide. Obviously, if you're on a map that's got rice fields, that's what it's intended for. The Lizard TDU pack by Gian FS. Moving on. We have this. This is the homemade Bale trailer by Slajmon. It is 2.58 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. It's not an auto-load trailer, just a standard Bale trailer. We do have tension straps. We can be done manually or from in cab. There aren't a huge amount of options on this one, actually. This is actually not a bad day. Fairly straightforward mod-wise. Under Bale, Bale loaders. Second one in. 15 grand, that's all they're asking for. Slot count comes down to 1. We've got the option of Trelleborg or BKT. Each one's got a standard and a wide. I think that's it on that. And then we've got a colour choice, anything on that palette. Like I say, fairly straightforward. Not a bad size, 15 grand either. I mean, you can put pallets and stuff on there as well, it doesn't have to be bales. It's entirely up to you. The homemade Bale trailer by Slajmon. Next, we've got the Lizard D633 by Cashdown18. 10.35 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. I've got this in 2 different configurations. There are about 4 configurations. That's one of the Bale trailers, again with straps. They do have the option of a rear trailer hitch, and you can daisy chain them together. And then we've got 3 different sizes. I think it's 3. Again, trailer hitch on the back if you want it, and you can just sort of link them all up if you want to. Swivel axles on the front. Not always the easiest to manoeuvre, but you can get the hang of it after a while. Under trailers, the D633, 10 grand for the base model. We start off at 4,950 litres, 7,960 litres, 9,900 litres. Then we go to the Bale trailer, the one I've got out. And then we've got a Bale trailer like that with the side opening. And then back to that one again. We'll set up, actually let's go back to that. We'll set up, we've got standard, narrow, narrow 2, 3, back to standard. Attachers, standard or with trailer hitch. Main colour, does the chassis and framework. Design colour, does the side panels. Rim colour, you've guessed it, does the rims. And then there's license plate option on there as well. Now, it has got, I think we've got tip side back, left and right on this one. Tip side back. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that could be why. There we go. Doesn't raise or lower, back opens. And then if we go to tip side left, do the same thing again. Tip side right, it's just the opposite of that. So it doesn't tip up, but it does that. So again, if you've got buildings with very low ceilings, if you're feeding animals, that kind of stuff, that will work quite nicely. If it doesn't raise up, you're not going to hit the ceiling or anything like that. So, hang on, turn that up. Lovely, the Lizard D633 by Cashdown18. Next, we've got, oh yeah, this. We've got the Jung Heinrich ear, the ERE120. This is pretty cool. Now, we had a version of this on FS19. And if I recall correctly, it might have had an update. And when I first reviewed it, I'm not saying it was by this modder. This is by Pascal Kautz, 2.41 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. It didn't go under certain palettes particularly well. It didn't always work particularly well. This actually does work very well. I like it. It is in essence an electric pump truck. I've used pump trucks in various different jobs in my life. Raw mail, I used them quite a lot. I've worked in various different warehouses at different times, and they're good fun. But this is an electric version. You'll find it under vehicles, this one, and under forklifts. It's only 5,225. Now, this doesn't have a very high reach. This is literally a pump truck. It raises about 3-4 inches off the ground. It's to move things around the yard, pallets about, that kind of thing. It's not designed for raising up and putting on racking or anything like that. That's not the point of it. You can have it with or without the backrest to support multiple pallets if you're going to put more than one on there. You can have with or without work light, and then we can change the main colour to anything on that pallet. Hop on, start it up. Always remember, bend at the knees. Adds a bit of extra comfort. Turns on a dime, so if you're manoeuvring pallets around in tight spaces, this could be absolutely perfect. First person, looks like that. It's really nicely made. I like it a lot. Whenever you get a model like this, I'm always thinking straight away, oh, I wonder where I could use that. Could I fit that into what I'm doing at some point? Because it's actually very cool. Light. There's a horn. Now, it works better coming into the side of the pallets, like lengthways. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Like that. You can't widen or narrow the forks. So we're going like that. Now, L1 and right stick up and down raises the pallet. And we get a little bit of wobble there. So like I say, it just literally goes 3 or 4 inches off the ground, just enough to be able to move it around. And then put it wherever you're going to put it. You might have someone else that's doing other operations with it, or you might be bringing it out to a vehicle, whatever it is you're doing. You can go in the other way. It'll work. It's just, yeah, I think it's designed to go that way. And if you're obviously going over rough ground, you can raise it up and you go into cross-country mode like that. That's not really what it's for. I'm obviously making that up, but yeah. So as you can see, you can go in this way. That wasn't particularly well lined up, but it is designed more to go the other way. But it does the job. I think it definitely works. Apologies if it was Pascal Kautz who did the previous one. Whoever made the previous one, I just remember it getting stuck on pallets. It didn't always work particularly well, but that does the job. Very nice indeed. The Jung Heinrich R120 by Pascal Kautz. I think I've mentioned Pascal Kautz enough now, haven't I? Awesome. Moving on from there, we've got some Serbian muscle. This is the Lizard, or I think it's an IMR. I think it's an IMR. R120-R135. 28.05 megabytes download, 16 slots on console. This is by MEX. MEX. It's very cool. Now, as far as I am aware, I did a bit of research on this earlier. I was trying to find the Serbian tractor company. It was originally begun in 1927 under a different name, and it's changed names a few times. I don't know if the company's still running, actually. And I should have kept the screen up because I could have read out what it actually stands for. But then my Serbian's not that great, so just have to take it that it's an IMR. Anyway, you find, sorry, under small tractors, out on the end. 35 grand, that's all. You can have it front weighted already, or with a 3-point, which makes it very versatile. I like a tractor that has a 3-point on them. Engine setup, R120 at 117 horsepower, or the R135 at 133 horsepower. So again, not bad horsepower. 39 grand for 133 horsepower, pretty good. We've got option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, Continental, BKT, back to Trelleborg. Now, each one of these has standard and rear twins. They're the only options on all of them. So it's just going to be a case of whichever tyre choice you prefer. Going through, you've got a standard and a rear twin on all of them. Then we've got exhaust, straight pipe, 45 degree, 90 degree, back to straight. Filter setup, you've got it on the right or the left. Main colour, we can have blue or a greenish blue, which I think was the one I went for. License plate option on there as well. Hop in, start it up. Beacon, lights. It's Really nicely made. I like all the detailing around the engine. It really, there's a lot of detail going on there. There's no doors or windows that open on this. First person. Looks like that. Visibility is very good. Out the back to the 3-point as well. It's a nice tractor. There we go. The IMR. Apologies if it's not an IMR, I think it is. The Lizard R120-R135 by Mex, which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. I'm just going to check to my right to make sure that nothing's been changed, updated or altered. Yeah, so last of the mods for today. And it's this. Well, at least this is part of it. This is the Claas Jaguar 75. A little bit different to the Claas Jaguars we're used to seeing in game. This is an early edition. This is a forage harvester, but it's a trailed forage harvester. 15.95 megabytes download. This is by EED123. The Jaguar 75, this component is 8 slots. Then we've got a grass pickup, which is 3 slots. Oh, hang on, that's a tractor, that's in the way. Which is this one here. And then we've got a 2-row corn header for silaging corn, which is 3 slots. So 8, 3 and 3. So what you do is you hook it up. I'll show you doing it. We'll hook it up, open the pipe up, and then you trail it behind. Now, what's also got on the back here is a trailer hitch. So what you can do is, if you're picking up grass, I'm going to check. I'm pretty sure it only does grass. The head is only designed to do grass. It's not supposed to do straw. It might do hay. We'll have a look. I don't know if it will. And so you can hook a trailer up behind, and you can operate it all yourself. Or when we go to the corn header, you can run the tractor with the forage harvester, and then you run alongside it with the trailer. You can do that either way, whichever way you want to do it, or if there's 2 of you, one does one, one does the other, or like I say, it's entirely up to you. You will find these under Tools and Forage Harvester Headers. There we go. The Claas Jaguar 75, 22,000. Slightly cheaper alternative to a self-propelled forage harvester. 2-row corn header, 3,100. Admittedly, yes, it's only 2 rows. It's going to take you a bit of time, but if you're doing a small farm, smaller fields, that kind of thing, it'll work quite nicely. And then the grass pickup, 3,600. Options on each of these. We've got main colour. We've got a Claas green old. Then this one's weird. Claas green repainted. I'm not sure who mixed the paint for that, but that's a bit Deutz-farish, I think. Then design colour. We've got Claas white old, and then Claas white repainted. So same for that. Main colour, those 3. And then this one, same thing, it's got the white as well. So those 3 for the greens, those 3 for the whites. That's what we'll do. Let's hook it up. So we unfold it first. That way we can drive up alongside and we can attach our header. We'll start with the pickup. Like so, pipe out. I'm hoping it's going to reach all right. It might not reach for the other one I've got, you know. Just suddenly thought that. Where's our hookup? Should be slap bang in the middle, I think. Hook up to the trailer. There we go. Make sure I'm on the right one. Turn that on. Oh, was it already down? Looks like it was already down. And away we go. Now, assuming that nozzle is going to angle itself more. Now, I am looking at this now thinking the trailer I've got over there I think is a higher one. I don't know if it's going to reach, but we'll soon see, won't we? So there we go. There we are, picking up our grass, no problem at all. I'm pretty sure, actually, I'm going to go back in and double check. I'm pretty sure it only does grass. The pickups, those pickup headers generally do, yeah, just grass. I don't think it's going to do hay. We can try it. Yeah, we never know, do you? Nope, just grass. So, That's the pickup for swaths, or if you just want to take your time and go around the field, you can do it without swathing. That's entirely up to you. Let's disconnect that. There we go. Now we'll whiz over here to this one. So I'm going to hook up to the 2-row. I've got another one over here. The 2-row corn header on. We'll open it up and set a worker off, and we should run alongside it. But I'm now looking at trailer, and it's one thing. Yeah, like I say, I think probably if this doesn't work, to be aware of then if you're going to use this is your trailer size is going to be quite significant. Pipe out. So 2-row corn header. Looks like that. Let's hook up. Fire a worker. That drops down, that goes. Now I should, about to find out. It may just blow it through the side of the trailer or something, I don't know. That doesn't want to work. No field found. Okay. Maybe let's get started and see if it does something. Now hire a worker. No, that doesn't want to go in there, does it? Okay, let me try. It definitely shows a picture of it doing that on the mod hub. Right, now this may be me. I hope it's not. I've got the smaller trailer with lower sides. I've gone behind it. I've gone next to it. I've gone just ahead of it. I don't know if the mod needs an update. I don't know if there's a problem possibly with the mod. That every time I try to hire a worker, it will, even if it tries to, it then just comes up field not found, and it doesn't seem to want to unload into a trailer at all. So what I mean, obviously what I can do, I should be able to do, I should be able to just hook the trailer directly to it, but then like I say, if you want to, that means you've got to go backwards and forwards to the field. Yeah, now it will do it. Maybe it's not designed to work like that. Maybe the picture is showing it on multiplayer, possibly. Thought it'd be a bit strange if it was, but obviously, so you can do it yourself, like that. Do your 2 rows. So we're chaffing, silaging out the corn. So it works like that, but just for me, at least at the moment, I can't get it to work with a worker. But like I say, it could be intentionally that it's supposed to be doing that. It could be something I've done wrong with the setting, or it could be the mod needs an update potentially if it's supposed to do that. I don't know. But anyway, that's the Claas Jaguar 75 by EED123. That's it for the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.